How is it going, everybody? This is Shady of Shady Horror, back with another random watch and another review. Today it is this one here called The Song of Solomon. Cool cover there, but let's go ahead and get into the synopsis of this. Mary witnesses the brutal suicide of her father. His death unleashes the savage forces of demonic possession in his daughter. The end of days is upon the world. Famine, drought, looting, and chaos are ripping the world apart, and the Catholic Church is trying to save an innocent soul from the ravages of satanic possession. Wave after wave of holy men are sent to confront the possessed, but what is the Holy Church actually doing? The city on seven hills is working on the second coming of Christ, but before he comes back, the Antichrist must rule for 7 years. The Song of Solomon's true nature is to unleash an evil the world has been waiting for since the beginning of time. So, this is the Song of Solomon. It is from the year 2017. It has a run hour of 1 hour and 26 minutes. It is not rated, and it is put out by Unearthed Films. This is the first time watch and my first time seeing an American guinea pig movie. This starts off with a not so great actor on a rant, then it goes to some good gore effects. This one will for sure not be for everyone, probably not for most people, to be honest. This is independent movie making here. It is shot well. The acting ranges, I'll just say that. But just like the scene right in the beginning, it's more on the gore. This is just trying to get to the brutal parts, pretty much. The location in the woods where the two priests are is cool looking. It's nestled in the forest with statues and vegetations around it. That little scene is about the only time we are really not at the one location, though. The story is about the end of the world, but we're just pretty much stuck with them few characters in that one location. So it's mentioned, but we're pretty much in that one house there. And this is indie stuff here, so you know what you're in for. So, as I said, the acting ranges and it's not so great. It's cheesy to decent, but this is just moving along until the gore kicks in pretty much. The contacts and effect for the eyes to make them look like multiple eyes, like these multiple eyelids and stuff is kind of cool. The tongues get ripped out in this one. Eyes get ripped out in this one. There is some good gore effects. I'm not sure how old the daughter is supposed to be, the main character, but she seems like 50 or some shit. Like she seems pretty old. I mean, I know the mother and father are older, but she seems pretty old for some reason. And I know she does have a lot of like practical effects and makeup on as well, but this has some really cheesy lines and acting in it. Not really sure what the vibe that they were going for here was, but it's just odd. And as far as the acting goes, you know, the star here, the real star of this is pretty much the gore. It's the practical effects. That's what the star of the show is here. It's basically just priest after priest going into this one main house, the one main location to try and perform an exorcism on the lady that's possessed by a demonic spirit, and then them getting killed off like one by one in various different and gory ways. From a slit throat to eyes and tongues being torn out, or a dude pretty much like melting or bubbling up with boils. This indie film is just setting up for the next gore effects, for the next practical effects that will take place. That's what this is, and why it won't be for most people. The acting is not so good. The gore is, though. It's just an indie gore fest movie. That's basically what this is. It's an indie gore fest movie. It's simple and plain. It just goes for the gross out factor, and there is some gross parts. That's just what this movie is and what it sets out to do. It didn't really gross me out though. Some good gore effects, but that's really what this whole premise is. It kind of leads up to what the next blood and gore scenes will be, the next blood and gut scenes. The acting was so bad at times, it did get a laugh or two from me. Not in like a fun way, just like, wow, okay, oh, that's where you're going with that, huh? So yeah, some of the lines and dialogue did get a laugh or two out of me. This is basically like a compilation of indie gore effects, and don't get me wrong, the effects are good. They're gory as fuck, but the whole like vibe, the entire tone is just off. People will go in there, see some gory, crazy shit happen, then just stand there pretty much until it's like their turn. Some of the dialogue between characters is pretty bad, like really bad, funny almost, but not in like a good way. It's just its own vibe for sure. The mom just keeps saying, "Another priest." It gets redundant and goofy at times. The practical gore and effects are good. There is lots of blood, lots of gore. If you're a big fan of like the gore movies and stuff, this is definitely worth a watch. If you're not a big like a gore hound or a independent movie film fan, then this probably won't be for you. If you're not a viewer of like a bunch of independent movies, this probably won't be for you. I thought it was good for a watch and stuff. Uh, like I said, there's some cool gore and practical effects. Like that's basically the star of the show in this is just like the gore and the effects and stuff. It has some cool moments. It just kind of tries to be gross for the sake of being gross, and you know it does. It delivers on that. So as far as that goes, it does. It delivers on like the gross out effects and the gore. And for an independent film, it does come through with solid practical gore and effects. But this will just be like a one-time watch for me. I don't see me revisiting this anytime soon. But I had a decent time with this, I guess. But the dialogue, you know, not my favorite. But like I said, the star of this is the gore, as you could see from the like cover right there. That's what this is. It's a gore fest of a movie. I hope everybody is doing good out there. This has been Shady of Shady Horror, and I hope everybody's been seeing some movies in the theater, watching some movies. I've been mixing it up again. This one is another one I happen to have borrowed from a friend. So I will get back here soon into some more Stephen King adaptations and some more movies from the collection. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing well. This will be for a select few out there. This one today was The Song of Solomon.